guys, it's your girl Muibat, and today I'm going to be having a talk which I title The Priority of Women in Men Infidelity. I decided to have this conversation because of what I've seen, heard, and over time. So it's about women and how they tend to take men infidelity because they are giving so much thing for reporters to report about something that I do not think should be in line, like things like side chick fought side chick over a sugar daddy, or housewife fought side chick because of her husband, and lots more. So what is actually your priority when your man or your husband starts engaging in infidelity? Is it actually the woman that's your problem? Is it the woman you should fight? Is it the woman you took the oath with, that this you are going on a marital tour with? So actually, there was a particular piece that made me want to have this conversation because I've seen it not just once, and I think people are trying to already normalize it, that okay, when things happen, it is the girl you should fight. So the title did Naked Truth. He drops you off and drives back to his wife and kids. He throws away the used condom along the road and buys sweets to clean your fragrance off him, no matter how expensive it is. He first takes a shower to clean your unwanted sweat and collagen. Then he agrees and accepts in his heart that he can't leave his wife because of you. You see, I think to this point now, they're already trying to maintain how considerate the man is. How considerate the man is and all that. And this piece, from the starting to the end, was just targeting on the side chick, targeting on the husband's girlfriend, how it is so bad of her and all that, how the husband cannot leave her for. You get what I'm saying? So I think women are so comfortable with fighting with themselves that most times they actually forget what their priority is. As a housewife, as a woman, what is your priority? Is it about the side chick, or is it your husband? There's something is I felt is very, very important for us to note, to always have at the back of our head, this that when you see your husband with another woman or a side chick, something should always come to your mind, that this is the man that made promise with me, who I exchange an oath with, who we already plan to, be together. And if you have something to say, it is that man who is failing you, not the side chick. Because if okay, usually it's actually the man that goes out to ask the side chick out or whatever, the girlfriend, the new person. And even if it turns out that it is actually the woman that is giving him green light before he decides to take a step, he could actually have said no. He could have, prevent that from happening, but he didn't, which shows he was interested. And usually he actually makes the move sometimes. So that is what you're saying. That is why when you need to correct someone, when you need to make things right, then you start with your husband, because it is your husband that is actually obligated to you. Like it's your husband that's actually made some promises to you, not the side chick. It is the husband that is supposed to make your house whole and strong, because it takes to make a marriage work. Because we discovered that most times it's usually the women who are pushing and to have a great home and all that, doing all it takes. But if something really needs to work out well, then it takes two. And that is why when I saw this thing, I knew this person was talking from, mental breakdown. Even if mentally she's still, strong, it is not how it used to be. Because there were lots of bitterness in this piece, but none of the paragraph was actually directing to the husband. When things like this happen, I would suggest that you meet your husband, you guys actually have some talks about how you want to run your home, what the things you're not happy with, and see how much you guys can go from there. Because if all you do is fight your fellow woman because your husband decides to go out with her, then there's going to be very little or no help at all that is going to bring your way. And this is why you are not making this man feel like what he's doing is wrong, because you actually have a woman whom you're going to shift the blame on. Then when this happens, the man is relaxed that anyway, my wife is just going to find out how he can, strip this girl naked, beat her, and they'll beat themselves. So sometimes it has gotten to that. Women beat themselves, strip each other naked because of a man. Usually the wife and the side chick. So you're not giving your husband the needed, knowledge of what the thing he's actually doing, how it's affecting you. Because if it's usually between you and the side chick that are having this battle, this conversation, and all the time you take the side chick's number from the phone, want her to stay clear of your husband, then maybe the girl might actually obey what he said and go, but that doesn't mean the man is going to stop. So if you need him to stop, if you need him to actually be committed, you have to first of all make him realize what he is doing, that he is wrong. When you sweet tongue everything like this, like in this piece that he throws away the used condom along the road and buys sweet to clean your fragrance off him, no matter how expensive it is, then it is not something so big. Like, since he was able to recognize that this is not the person I want, then you should be comfortable. Then there's nothing at all, there's not even need for you to even put this piece at all. There's no need for the anger, but because you are just trying to shift your blame onto somebody, and because that feeling isn't truly out of you, that is why you're putting this up, meaning something is actually wrong. Maybe you just do not know how to address it, and that is why I'm telling you this. When things like this happen, you don't go after the side chick, you go after your husband. You try to make things okay with yourself, because there's something I believe, and I think you should think about it too. A man who loves you, who cares for you, and who wants to spend the rest of his life with you wholeheartedly wouldn't put you in a position where you will be fighting other women to keep him. And there's what they say, that you don't keep a man because you want to keep him, you keep a man who wants to be kept. And if your husband starts getting it wrong in some ways, usually in the part that I'm talking about, infidelity, then it is your husband that you should have some talk with, have the conversation with him and see where it can lead you. Because like I said, women are too comfortable fighting fellow women that they are forgetting their priority. Your priority is your husband, not the side chick. It can't, because when this happens, the man tends to feel like, after all, would they fight themselves? I don't have any. You get what I'm saying? So in this piece, actually, she okay. He eats food cooked by his wife, not the two piece of KFC that he bought for you. After eating, he relaxes on the couch with his wife. Later, they both go to bed. Okay, you're just trying to, show her how he values you more than her. You're already comparing yourself, like you're bringing yourself down to this thing to discuss, bringing the both of you to the round table to see, trying to tell her that, look, I'm more than you, this is what happened, this is what he can do for you, and all that. No, it is the man you should talk to. It is the man who is I think of more importance. You get what I'm saying? I don't know. It is the man who had the vow with you, who promised you all those things. And like I said, a man who loves you, don't even allow you to go through all the stress. And no matter how women try to print it about it, no matter how we try to say that, no, this is, even if he does it, this and that, sometimes it affects us psychologically. You get what I'm saying? So because you do not want to go through all this mess, then you should try to sort things out with your husband. Don't be so comfortable fighting your fellow women that you do not even know when you are supposed to take a pause and, bring the real person who is in charge of all this, you know, to have the random the discussion that is supposed of you. So I am saying this. What is your priority in the case of your man infidelity? We'll have to be too sure. We have to. It is not true what they say about men be polygamous in nature. I do not believe it, and that is not it. A man who loves you will stick with you, and when you make him too comfortable about his act of infidelity, because you make him comfortable by going after the people you shouldn't go after. You get what I'm saying? By portraying it to seem that the man is trying, the man comes back to me, he made love to me, he had this with you, it is not the same and all that. No. If you're so comfortable with what he's doing, with how the routine is, then you won't even need to, talk about it. Like it's okay, you know. But you are not. And that is why we are having this conversation, or why I'm discussing this. So, I am saying, women, we ought to know what our priority is in the case of men infidelity. Don't fight people you shouldn't fight. Have the proper discussion with your husband, your spouse, and make sure that things are well in your home. Don't bring it out, please. Don't bring it out. Don't even think about the side chick stuff, because your husband makes it work. And fighting one side chick doesn't mean you won't have to fight others. Some you don't even know. When your husband felt that, okay, it's because I'm not being careful that she is, getting to know all the side chick, he will not try to stop. What he'll try to do is to see how he can actually maneuver his ways in a way that you know, you'll not have knowledge of his activities. But when you talk to your husband and make him see what he's doing, how wrong it is, and how it is affecting you, make him see reason why he should stop, then it is not just going to be about hiding it from you, it is going to be about him stopping it. And there's also another thing that my people do say, that as you lay your bed, so you lie on it. So maybe during the process of this, you already made this man feel that, okay, it's okay, you can go out with other women, it's okay, because there are women who talk like that. I don't know what their motive is, but it happens. So if that's the case, then when you go into marriage, you shouldn't expect the man to change like that. It doesn't work that way. He can't totally change and become a different person. People take into marriage what they had in courtship. If there are things you're not comfortable with, if you're not comfortable with him cheating, let him understand and let him know that this is not something you can cope with. And if he wants you, he'll try to, amend. And for us not to switch from the course of this conversation, I am saying this, that stop fighting your husband's side chick. Or if you must, at least make the man also responsible. Make him see the reasons why this is wrong. Not just that you come out to fight the husband's side. When he changed the side chick, you fight the other. You keep fighting. And there is also something I think we should consider. I think women should use this time that they use in fighting themselves, in developing themselves. When you develop yourself, when you try to make yourself valuable, not just to your immediate family, to the society and all that, then you are going to see that you won't even have more time to play this game. And I hope that this helps. This helps, and I strongly hope that we are going to stop fighting whom we are not supposed to fight. Let's bring the discussion home. Meet your husband and sort things out. It's not all about the side chick. Your husband made it happen. So let's try to see where this leads us. And please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and we are going to be having more amazing packages for you. Thank you.